And so this question says, I love being an ad creative, but recently, especially watching brands virtue signal by separating their logos while not looking after the staff in the middle of a global pandemic, brackets, I found some of the things brands do pretty hard to swallow. On the flip side, I still really believe the work we make can do great things, whether that's saving lives with a road safety campaign or just making someone smile with a funny piece of print. Any advice on navigating an industry that can do a lot of damage, like among other things, encouraging wasteful consumerism, but also one that can occasionally do a bunch of good? How do we navigate and wrestle with our beliefs and our ethics?
I think first and foremost, absolutely, our industry can do amazing things, and the power of creativity to solve problems, even on a global scale, is phenomenal. So that's really exciting, and that, I'm sure, is a lot of the reason why a lot of us get out of bed in the morning. So, you know, ideally, we don't want to lose sight of that. And then in terms of what you are and aren't comfortable working on or dealing with, I think we're all going to have different boundaries. And I'll let, you know, Katie, you might want to talk a little bit more about this too. But I can say, just from an industry perspective, that I have certainly refused to work on a brand because of a personal conflict. It was a casino, and I had a family member who had a gambling problem and suffered from quite serious mental illness. And so I just outright said, no, I'm sorry. Well, I don't think I said I'm sorry. I think I just said, you know, outright no. And Katie, I know you've got some good insights into how to deal with that situation.
Well, it was just anecdotally. I mean, you're absolutely right. It is about boundaries. It's about identifying your needs, and it's about honoring them, whether it's in a relationship, in a corporate setting, in a personal setting. You must be your greatest guardian of self, so that you are not violated, whether that be even ethically working on something that you don't agree with. But yeah, we were talking about the power of no. And, you know, as an example, if either of you were to invite me, you know, if you could, to dinner tonight, I would say, oh, yes, thank you. And that would probably be it. I might ask for your advice. I wouldn't kind of go into 1,000 different explanations as to why I would love to come so much. And yet, if I were to give you a no, I would feel that I really have to kind of go into this whole narrative around why my no is a no and why it's a valid no and all the rest of it. And I think we need to empower ourselves more to, you know, with kindness. No doesn't have to be a no. It could be just a no. You know, and it is, you know, it's that difference between power versus force, right? One is really forceful and really less, certainly you don't want to be the recipient of, but you can say a hard no with a compassionate stance, hold your boundaries, serve yourself, and people will accept it more readily than you think.